Well, hi YouTubers, right, okay. Today I saw Coco, Pixar's new offering, and this film is absolutely stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. The rendering and the detail is just exquisite. Oh my, this is a film I've been wanting to see from Pixar for a really long time. Now, to be honest, now I absolutely love Now I view obviously animation as an art form, but that doesn't mean I liked every single Pixar film, even though I appreciated the art. I think Bug's Life is really underrated. I didn't like Toy Story 3. I didn't like Finding Nemo. I haven't seen Finding Dory. Never against Finding Nemo. I love the animation. I just like the story. I didn't like Toy Story 3. Because of what they did to Sid at the end, I didn't appreciate. Basically, Andy gets to go to college and Sid gets to be a binman. Nice. Class system in the Pixar universe. Okay. Finding In and Out and Up, brilliant. Cast, no. So, yeah, just because I appreciate animation as an art form doesn't mean I like every single one. This is putting Pixar back where it needs to be. This is just a tour de force of beauty and style. And I do know, just from looking at it, it has very similarities to The Book of the Dead, which came out last year that I haven't seen. But just from the style and the animation is some similarities, but as I haven't seen it, I've got nothing to compare it to. Now, this film is, every Pixar is perfect. The music is spectacular. The rendering and the colour scheme and the palette is incredible. Now, here's a plot. Secondly, sorry. I don't speak Spanish, okay? So to help me out with this, I've got my laptop down there. I'm going to have to keep looking down and going back to it because I don't want to offend anyone with my mispronunciation. Okay, so here we go. Now, the story centres on Miguel Riviera. He is 12 years old, living in a very small village in Mexico, and his family have done very, very well for themselves, courtesy of their very, very hard-working great-great-grandmother, who, after she was abandoned by a musical husband who was a musician, essentially got to work, worked as a cobbler, started her own business, made it a family enterprise. And in the family, they live in not particularly like a rich city, but the family do very, very well for themselves. So I like the ethic of hard work works, okay, especially within generations. However, Miguel is different from them. He harbours a dream of becoming a musician after the great Ernesto de la Cruz, the most famous musician in Mexico who passed on several years earlier, and Miguel idolises this figure. And but the family is band music, okay? The Imelda, the the great grandmother has totally banned music, thinks it's a curse, and goes a little bit too far when she finds out that Miguel has musical aspirations, and she really goes too far. Now, I get, okay, you can argue about the whole kind of crab mentality, because the family's method for Miguel to get rid of his dreams of aspiring to become a musician is to make him join the family business. He's 12 years old, and after school he's going to have to join the company and learn to become a cobbler. But the thing is, though, that's not his dream. And the thing is, even though they are family that clearly loves each other and they work together and they are very, very close-knit, at times, though, I can't help but see this as slightly emotional abusive. It's like crab mentality. Don't have dreams, don't have ambitions, don't push yourself, don't try something new, stay with us, stay where you are kind of thing. And I can't help but think that. These are utterly fantasy forbidden a family. But they go too far, and then Miguel finds out, due to some kind of convoluted means, that his great-great-grandfather actually is Ernesto de la Cruz. So which kind of gives him the birthright, if you will, to be a musician. It's in the blood, okay? As 12 doesn't answer anything anymore than that, but he decided that is it in his blood, no one can stop him. And as he wishes to perform in a show, and he hasn't got a guitar because Granny destroyed it earlier, he steals one from Ernesto's shrine, if you will, on Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. Okay, thank you. And is cursed into an in-between state between the living and the dead. And now he only has up till sunrise to sort it out. Otherwise he'd be stuck in the land of the dead forever. Oh, no pressure there then. Okay? Now the thing is, to get back into the land of the living, a member of his family have to give a blessing with a piece of like an Aztec Aztec gold, I believe it was, so Aztec gold petal, okay, of flower. But as his family of the dead do it with, we'll send you back with our blessing, and but you can never ever perform music ever again. Nuh-uh, he's 12, terms and conditions, that ain't cool. I think that, Hector thinks that, Miguel thinks that. So he decides no. So he winds up back in the land of dead, and now he's got to find Ernesto de la Cruz, his great-great-grandfather, to give him his blessing, being a musician after all, so he'll be able to go back to the land of the living and be able to perform. Yeah, no pressure there then. You know, essentially it's the equivalent of trying to be, I don't know, Elvis? Beyonce? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, like the hottest singer in the goddamn universe, and most prominent and most powerful, and you've got to try to get an audience with them. No pressure there then. Hey. And all this time he's counted down on his clock, so he's turning more skeletal as the film goes on. Now, aided in this is Hector, who is a charming trickster in the land of the dead, who aids him on his quest because in the living world he started to become forgotten, and so as long as he helps out Miguel will take his picture back and remember him, and otherwise he will fade away and become nothingness. It's kind of the next level. It's kind of like living, land of dead, and then oblivion. And now what's oblivion? So the kind of strong ties into Mexican society and culture and heritage are very, very strong in this. Now the detail and rendering of the land of the dead is so beautiful. Honestly, it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my entire life when it comes to animation, especially from Pixar. Beautifully rendered so much. It's vibrant and it's colourful and it's powerful. And characters have spirit guides as well, which Dante, Miguel's dog, kind of crosses over with them, and eventually to the point actually starts turning into one. And also one thing I like about this film really kind of celebrates Mexican heritage and culture too. Frida Kahlo's there. Now, saying it voiced by Salma Hayek, which would have been that would have been yes, man. No, it's not. It's another actress called, find her, sorry, Natalie Cordova Buckley. Okay, sadly not Salma Hayek, which would be a nice touch. But, yeah, so Salma Hayek is in this. Not Salma Hayek, sorry, Frida Kahlo is in this too. And nice little moments, really, kind of a, film about art and culture, I guess. But yeah, this film really kind of celebrates Mexican heritage and culture in a way that even if your family doesn't celebrate the way this family does, you'll recognise your family within it, if you will. Now, one thing I absolutely loved is when Miguel is in the in-between point between the land of the dead, living and dead, when he walks out of the crypt and is in that in-between state, he actually gets to see the spirits of the deceased with their families. Talking and celebrating, and offerings that are left on the graves are actually brought back into the land of the spirits too, which is just a beautiful thing. We always think if you lead offerings to your loved ones, they will take it, and they actually do, which is really nice. It's also a film that kind of celebrates life and death too. It makes it clear that now death in a film is really, really hard to do. But it makes it clear that it's nothing to be scared of because your family will be with you on the other side, which, is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful way to think, and I absolutely love that. It touches on family so well. One thing I absolutely loved about this film is, apart from John Ratzenberger, who plays a character called Juan Ontodosia, and every person in this film is of Mexican or Peruvian or Hispanic heritage. A few of them, especially Edward James Olmos, these are actors who've pushed, real life actors by the way, let's get into real life actors, who've pushed for years for more diversity in Hollywood, to more inclusion, if you will, okay? Mexican actors, if you will, often get kind of bogged down in stereotypes and are kind of, portraying a kind of negative light, if you will. This is a film that really kind of celebrates Mexican culture and family and history and tradition and does it beautifully. And I just think it's a champion right now for Pixar to actually do this kind of beautiful, diverse cast. And I absolutely applaud them for it. So, one thing I also love too is every single sign in this film is in Spanish, okay? Words, character dialogue is also in Spanish. Now, I don't speak Spanish, as I've said, but even if you can't speak the language, you can get kind of the intention of what they're saying. One word, however, or sorry, two words are in English. I'm going to get to them right at the very, very end, okay? So, but the lead actor in this film is a very young actor by the name of Anthony Gonzalez, who is only about 12, 13 at this present moment. To be so young, to actually carry a film on his shoulders, if you will, being the emotional heart of this film, is absolutely touching, and he manages it. A lot of character actors, especially young adults, they sometimes can get come across a little bit too whiny, a little bit too pathetic, if you will. Not this. He generally acts and sounds like a 12-year-old boy, and he does it in a way that you feel for him. You understand his motivation. You get where he's coming from, okay? Now, Gael Garcia Bernal's Hector, loved him too. He's having fun. Benjamin Bratt, he's enjoying himself way too much. You can tell he's really got the malevolence. I think he's waiting for this film, okay? He's like, yeah, yeah, you can hear that in his voice. So, yeah, I really, really respect and appreciate this film. It's worth watching. It'll make you appreciate Mexican heritage and culture in a way that you may not before, and make you really also appreciate your own family too. Because the things of family and life and love are universal. Because the history of your family is an oral history. I know about my family from what I've been told from the generations above me. I have been teaching my nieces and nephews about the family history which I know, and I've been passing it on. In a kind of culture where the last person who forgets about you, you disappear, that's actually quite a terrifying concept. And this handles the emotion quite well with a few one-liners. And this is not, though, a fun Pixar film, if you will. It's not funny like hysterical funny, okay? This is high on the emotion and the delivery and the poignancy, and it's quite a mature film. However, I really, really recommend this. It is just so, so beautiful. And okay, I'm going to say this now, okay, because I'm finishing off this review. One of the reasons I don't like Toy Story 3 that much is because I always say it's a bit of a fuck you to Sid. Disney managed to get an actual literal fuck you in the film with the only two words in English that you see, but they make it PG-13, okay? You get it when I see it. Just think CeeLo Green, okay? So, yeah. So, congratulations. I twigged to that immediately, and I respect that. You actually managed to get away with that. A nice little forget you moment. I won't say where, okay? But this film, I'm not going to spoil, but I really, really do recommend it. It's beautiful. Okay, the sign off here, YouTubers, and take care. Mwah. Bye now.